Willow wanted to show off her Christmas presents. I know this video is going to come out way after Christmas, but she got a nice little snowman, and she got the Grinch. Her mama loves the Grinch, and she plays with me every night. She brings them, and I throw them, and she catches them, and we play at nighttime. She's kind of sleepy today, but bottom line is, Willow's, she's getting up there in years, and so she moves around like I do. She kind of moves around slow, but she just wanted to make sure that you guys saw her new toys and the ones she likes to play with. So I thank you guys for watching. Willow, tell them thank you for watching this. All right, have a nice day, guys. Well, hello, welcome to Timeout Tuesday. Today we're going to be dealing with just a few short things. It's going to be a real short Timeout Tuesday, but I'm dealing with some of the viewer comments and some of the corrections that I need to make things a little bit better for the beginner. That, I might confuse you with some of my slip-ups and missteps and statements that I make, and I want to make sure I keep that cleaned up and clear. Now, one of these Timeout Tuesdays, I'd sure love to take you on a little adventure with learn about me and my family. But maybe it'll be in a couple from now that I'll be able to do that. If I quit making mistakes, then I won't have to spend my Timeout Tuesday telling you corrections, right? So I hope someday I can get that past that where I'm beyond making those mistakes. All right, I'm also going to deal with a Timeout Tuesday that'll kind of go over soldering again, because I've had comments on that, and but that'll be coming up down the road a little bit too. I want to just clarify a few things, because it has to be dealt with. All right, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this video today. Hi, and welcome to a Timeout Tuesday video. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I just wanted to go over something. I'm really thinking about changing my channel name to John's Humor Channel, Humor Hour or something, Comedy Hour, because I was watching one of my videos and I kept calling. I was doing this value of a resistor, and every time I touched it and was pointing at it and talking about it, I called it a resistor, and it's actually a capacitor. And this is actually a resistor, and yes, I know the difference between a resistor and a capacitor. I know the difference, but when you guys hear me saying that stuff in a video, just laugh at it, because I'll point at this and say it's a capacitor, and I'll point at that and say it's a resistor when I know better. And I thought I would address that because I saw it. I know everybody's being kind and not saying something, because I don't know, I get nervous when I'm doing these videos, and I don't know, just stuff comes out of my mouth, and I don't know why. But bottom line, that's that. I just wanted to go over that. Another mistake I made, and it was a big one. I had a viewer point this out to me, and I'll be honest with you, I reviewed the video, didn't catch it. But I was talking about my soldering, and I'm sorry about this pile. This is all from this radio we're working on right now, and I just wanted you guys to see in the end how much stuff we took out of there. But I mentioned about me working on my soldering, and I was explaining a little bit about what I do on my soldering. But I said this was 610 degrees Celsius on the video. And of course, if that was 610 degrees Celsius, that's at the melting point of both metals, so we would melt the tip off of that soldering gun. So this is 610 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to make sure everybody knows I set mine at 610 degrees Fahrenheit. And that 610 degrees Fahrenheit is just because you may have to use a little different, but it's because I use this type of solder right here, and that's why I do it. But it's not 610 degrees Celsius for all you new people. It's 610 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to make sure I get that clarification in. All right, that was two things that definitely needed to be dealt with. I do have one more, I think, that we're going to talk about. Here's the other thing that a viewer brought to my attention, and to be honest with you, it is brilliant that they caught this. But this is the wire that I was talking about. I put all my wire up here on a dowel rod, and as you can see, I need to do another reorder because I'm getting low. But bottom line is, I used the Remington wire. I used him. Well, he said, "Hey, what gauge wire?" So yeah, it's 22 AWG, and I use that across the board for all my wiring. And I also use the 600 volt. Don't use any less than the 600 volt because there's voltages that run through these chassis that are high voltages a lot of different places, and it's just better to be safe and have it 600 volt rated. It can handle up to 600 volts, and that it can handle beyond that, but safely it can handle up to the 600 volts, and you want to do that. And so I keep the different colors. I'm out of a couple colors because I normally keep brown and orange also, and I'm out of those. As you can see, I'm out of that. And I got to place an order. I keep a couple different kind of whites. There's a different thickness of the white wire inside that. It's still a 22 W gauge, but it's different. And then I also have this is like when you have just jumping between one terminal strip pin and the next one. This is just a hookup wire, and it's kind of a stiff little wire, but you can go between like just one pin to the next. If you just happen to do that where it's not going to be out exposed somewhere, you can use the little hookup wire. I use that for a lot of things, but I do buy that, and I think the same company that I buy this from is Remington. I think that they carry that hookup wire too. The other thing I carry is in a lot of cases, I don't know, I might have to pop the end of this. Hold on. I don't know if I can get that to see or not. Yeah, there we go. All right, it's like I use mostly stranded wire for all my stuff. Stranded wire is if a wire is going to be moving around or anything, but this is a lot of times when you're coming off of your like your transformer, or going into your beginning of your filament line, you'll have that hard copper thick wire that's coming off of there because this holds a lot of current. And so this is 18 gauge, what I use here, an 18 gauge, and it's not stranded. It's just a solid piece of wire. And I use that sometimes on that beginning phase. I'll kind of show you where on the radio in here, get some lighting in there. But as you can tell, let me gotta find my pointer. See how the wires are a lot thicker right here coming off the transformer? That's because that's coming into your filament line for your rectifiers. There's one there and one there. That's your two sides of your filament. And see how it's a lot thicker than this other wiring that's in here? That's a lot thicker. Well, a lot of times I'll replace that with that thick 18 gauge because it just gives it a little beefier to handle that current going through there, and it just makes it a little stronger. The other wire will work perfectly, and you'll see me using the other wire sometimes too. So it's not a big deal, but it's just something that it makes it a little bit better for you. All right. And so I hope that I did better for the viewer that asked me to go back over that. But you don't have to buy from Remington, but I'll tell you what, Remington takes good care of you. They're fast. They have accurate deliveries. I've never had a bad shipment. And it's just a company. I've tried different companies, and I like this one best, and their wire's expert quality. I mean, it's awesome. And you can buy it in the big spools. Now you're going to pay a little bit of money. I want to say that one's probably $40 or better, and that one's maybe 30 something. You can get some in the 20 range, depending on how much you use of it. I use a lot of yellow. I use yellow on my just wire between points A and point B. I use a lot of yellow in there. The green I use a lot. Sometimes I use it for the grounding wire. Sometimes, I don't know. I use it for different areas. I'll be honest with you, I don't color code mine as like I should probably, but I use a lot of the red for the hot side, for the high voltage side, and then a few other little places. But anyway, they're, the blues just kind of like hookup wire too, and then you know, a lot of people use the brown for the filament wires. So, but bottom line, that's kind of answering that guy's question about what gauge wire to get. That's what I use. It doesn't hurt to use. I wouldn't go much smaller than that. I wouldn't go 24. Some people do, but I wouldn't. But I'd go 22 or 20. But when you get into the 20 and higher than that, it's really hard sometimes to you know, manipulate it with your tools and stuff. And this works good, and I've never had an issue with this wiring that I put in here ever. And so I just I hope that'll answer that question. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's a real short video, but it just dealt with a few things, and hopefully it'll be something that can help you in your setting up your shop and getting yourself ready to go. You know, you can't really buy everything at once. You just got to do a little bit at a time, try to get ready for it. And that's what I did. I'm not a wealthy man, and I can't afford a lot of fancy equipment. If I did, I'd have a lot of that real high-end gear, but I don't right now. And so I use a lot of the old stuff, and it does quite well for me. But as I can afford it, I'm adding to it and making things a little bit better every time for myself. All right, I thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me, and I appreciate anything that you can do to help this thing keep growing. Thank you.